And the kids.
I spitted.
We're back again. And
I did a special thing.
she did.
Out forest. I didn't get dirty out forest.
She washed her hands, didn't you? And that's why she's got a malwam. One for washing your hands. 2 for doing as you're told and being so good. And 3 for being very good listening to Daddy. Isn't she clever? Yeah.
This one is this colour.
Yeah, yellow. Let's give me a little tilt here, like that, yeah.
Green.
Yeah.
And red.
And
Do
red.
you want to smell them?
Oh yeah, probably do, don't they?
Yeah, maybe this one first.
See what they say. Which one's that? What flavour do you think that is?
Oh no.
Banana.
Yeah.
Where did we get bananas from?
Did it?
Where do we get bananas from?
Do you smell it?
Where do we get bananas from?
Monkeys.
Monkeys? No, darling. We get bananas from trees.
And monkeys.
No, monkeys eat bananas, darling.
Yeah.
You're not going to unwrap them all, are you?
Yeah.
Do this end. She actually, if you watched our other videos, she unwrapped it in one go. See, look at
Smell
that.
this one.
Look at that one. And that one. Oh, she didn't do it on that one though.
Can't do this one. Smell it.
Smell
Yay!
it. Yay. Now, last night we had a bit of a change of plan because we read a story
What's this?
about being brave going to school.
What's this? Dennis today.
Dennis. We're back on the Thomas the Tank Engine books, guys. And if there's any boys, little boys watching this, you're going to be pleased. But girls like Thomas too, don't they? And this number is 48.
Can I see?
Yeah, 48. There's a 48 there, look. We've got a long way to go. A lot of books to read.
Look.
There's a whole... We've said it before, haven't we? Do you want to turn around? Yeah? Let's get this show on the road.
Well, I don't reach my sweets.
Look.
Let's put it on.
Oh, they're nice. They feel nice, malwams.
They're soft, not sticky today.
Dennis. This is a story about Dennis, a very lazy diesel engine. On his first day on the Sodor Railway, Dennis played a trick on Thomas. But when he really got into trouble, was anybody there to help? Nice?
What's that smell?
Dunno, your hair smells of bonfire.
Oh, my bits.
No, darling. Right, look. Let's keep that there. One morning, the Fat Controller came to Tidmouth Sheds with important news. A new diesel engine is coming to our railway, he boomed. His name is Dennis. And Thomas... Oh, and Thomas, added the Fat Controller.
Who's Thomas? That one on
Thomas the Tank Engine, the blue one.
Which one is that blue one?
Dunno, that's a green one, darling. That's Percy, James. They're all on the back, you know. So he said, Thomas, you have been working very hard. Today, Today you can have a day off.
Yeah.
Thomas was very pleased. First, I will have a long wash down, chuffed Thomas cheerfully. Oh, he's going to have a bath. What you and I would know as a bath. He's going to get washed, I think, isn't he? On his way to the washdown, Thomas saw a diesel he'd never seen before. The diesel was huffing and puffing. "Pip, pip," said Thomas. "You must be Dennis. What's the matter?" "These trucks are too troublesome. I can't shunt them," huffed Dennis. "Well, it's my day off," whistled Thomas, "but I'll help you." Isn't that kind? He's going to help him.
Dennis.
Hmm?
Where's the salt?
Yeah, he's going to help him. Dennis watched Thomas biff and bump the trucks into line. "All done," puffed Thomas. It was hard work. When he had finished, he was very tired. "Thank you, Thomas," said
Look.
Dennis. "He's got red cheeks. Rosy, rosy
Why?
cheeks. Because he's tired. He's done a lot of work." And he watched Thomas chuff away.
Daddy. Daddy. Stop chatting. When I going out women's school.
Yeah.
When I going out women's school.
Yes. Now when?
Yeah.
Oh, in a couple of months. You've got a long time yet. Thomas arrived at the washdown. Soon he was covered in big bubbles, all over his face, all over his head. Thomas was feeling very jolly on his day off. He started puffing to himself. Shiny and bright, that's what I'll be to start my day right." He chirruped cheerfully. He's getting a nice clean, isn't he there, look?
Look.
Can you see them? They've got sponges. Sponges there. There's a man up the ladder, cleaning up the top there. He's very tall, he is, isn't he? Mm.
Now this one. Fill it with your thing.
Oh, yeah. Dennis wasn't cheerful at all.
Oh.
He didn't want to deliver his trucks of tiles.
Crispy.
Just then,
Crispy.
Thomas puffed into view, looking shiny and clean.
Daddy.
Oh, yeah. Dennis had an idea. He would ask Thomas to help him again. "Help, help," Dennis called weakly. "I don't know how to get to the schoolhouse." "Don't worry, Dennis," said Thomas, slowing down. "I'll show you the way." I think he's tricking him. He's getting him to do all his work. Now they can't see us because you've stuck a malware on the screen.
Look. If you bend down like this, they will.
I think he's tricking them.
Can you skin? Can you? If you look that way, Dad. Look that way.
They're not going to see that because it's on the screen. Look, the camera's there. If you want to cover it up, you have to put it there. Like that. Oh, quick. Baby, you need to eat this. It's got stuff all over it. Just eat it. Right, come on. Dennis smiled. His trick had worked. Thomas showed Dennis the way to the junction and wished away.
What's that?
Dennis had wanted Thomas to take his trucks from him. Suddenly, Dennis had another idea. Can you stop, please? A very naughty idea. Don't do cross eyes to the camera. Not to me, to the camera. He blasted his horn again and again and again. Thomas heard the noise and raced back. Oh, Amber, will you please just sit normally just for one night? Please. Thank you very much. Help, cried Dennis. I'm overheating. You will have to shunt these trucks for me. Thomas knew it was his day off, but he still wanted to help. Don't worry, puffed Thomas. I'll find another engine to help you on my way to Bluffs Cove. And Thomas hurried away. Dennis was cross. He uncoupled himself from the trucks. Now another engine will have to take them, he thought. Dennis sped away. He didn't care about the tiles, and he didn't care about Thomas. All he cared about was getting from far away from his work. His wheels were spinning faster and faster, and then there was trouble. Help, screeched Dennis. Help, please help. Dennis crashed right off the tracks, but this time there was no one to hear his cries. Yes.
What is that?
That is called a railway track, a train track.
Oh.
Thank you for shutting the book when I've not finished it. When Thomas arrived at the signal, Percy had some important news. The workmen are waiting for Dennis to bring the tiles to repair the school roof. The children can't go to school until it's mended, grumbled Percy, and no one knows where Dennis is. I do, wished Thomas. He's broken down. I must go back to help him.
A pillow. It's not comfy. Please.
Yes, you can have a pillow when I've finished the story. Thomas found Dennis wheel deep in a muddy ditch. Can you get off my leg, please, and sit up properly? That's the second time I've asked you. I thought you broke down at the junction, huffed Thomas. And where are the trucks? Dennis looked very shamefaced. He felt bad for what he'd done. I tricked you, said Dennis quietly. There was nothing wrong with me at the junction. I didn't want to pull those heavy trucks. I'm a really lazy engine, sniffed Dennis.
Who's Dennis?
Dennis is the diesel. Dennis's wheels wobbled, his diesel oil dripped, and he had a very long face. Thomas decided to help him one more time. I'll pull you back on the tracks, puffed Thomas. Then I'll be your back engine. That way we'll get the tiles to the schoolhouse really quickly. Dennis smiled his biggest smile ever. Thank you, Thomas, he said.
Can I see?
Yeah. A little later, Dennis and Thomas pulled into the schoolhouse station. The Fat Controller was very cross with Dennis. I'm sorry, said Dennis. He felt terrible. Thomas has shown me that... Thomas has shown me that being a really useful engine is much better than being a really lazy one, wished Dennis. The Fat Controller was... The Fat Controller was... The Fat Controller was pleased when Dennis said sorry, and Thomas wasn't cross anymore. That is the story of Dennis.
Bye, kids.
Have you finished with them now?
Yep. My cushion.
You want your pillow?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says put it in a minute.
You ready now to go to bed? You want a cuddle?
Bye, kids.
Bye, kids.
A cuddle.
You're giving the kids a cuddle. And a kiss.
About you.
one from me. No, they don't want one from me. They want one from you. Oh, look at that big mouth.
Look.
Oh, no, don't do that. Give him a kiss. Bye.
Love you.